Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Dexter Resurrection review series for episode 7. I'm Hermano Snail, and I'm joined by...
I'm the college boy, Kirkland Patzer.
I'm the salsa dancer, Taylor Field.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for more very white Spanish accents, because that's what we're trying to do there. Kirkland took it safe, but you know what? That's what we do here. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are, I guess not, we're over halfway. We're only 3 weeks left. We're rounding down to the Dexter finale and the end of it all. Well, it's not really the end. It's the new beginning, but the end of our series here. So, yeah, go back on the feeds. These guys did a very rambunctious, I'll say, newscast last night. So that was tons of fun and, stressful to listen to, but a good time for you listeners. Oh, you're going to have a ball, And then what else has gone on this week? Kirkland, you and Dylan did Side Quest. That was a good episode. Just talk about some games you've been playing.
Yeah. No, and we went over the Nintendo Direct that had
Right.
Indie World coverage. Was there games that I was interested in? I don't know.
Not really. I haven't even listened.
Oh,
that was
you
just a guess.
spoil it, yeah.
No, I haven't
It
listened.
wasn't really. It wasn't really. So there you go. I guess I spoiled it. But
Yeah, but
there's a couple interesting ones.
You got that, and then obviously GV Day is on the feed, but all the podcast type of episodes we recorded, those are going on the main feed. So if you have to miss it, or you just want to wait to the podcast there, or especially if you're on Patreon, one the ad-free version, those are all coming. We've released the 1994 Golden Geeks, and there'll be Taylor's trivia, the GV trivia. There's going to be the there's one other thing we did in there that was like Geek Versus. That's like 3 hours. So lots of good stuff coming there for patrons. The voting has started, so you can go look out for 1994 Golden Geeks tomorrow. It's going to be starting. We've settled all the tiebreakers. We'll talk about that on another episode. We've settled all the tiebreakers, and yeah, go vote. Tons of fun. That's our version of the Oscars. We create the nominees, but you create the winners. So we'll be recording that. Those polls are gonna be up for about 2 weeks, and then after that, it'll all be done there. So look out for that. And then, yeah, Sunday, if you like wrestling, you like our GMO streams, that's come back Sunday, 10 a.m. PST. Defend the streak, 2-0, 2 seasons in a row. And it's so great because I know S-Bubs doesn't listen to the Dexter thing. I was just telling to this, Emily. I got a whole new strategy. Just like I still got to send you a clip. When S-Bubs thought he had me figured out, I had something else. So same thing. He's going to come and think he's got me figured out. No. I'm going to go 3-0. Can't wait. GMO God. And then next week, Dexter, Peacemaker, and then Gen V starts. So lots of good stuff. And then finally to promote August, I think it's, let me pull up the date here. August 23rd, 6 p.m. PST. We will be watching War of the Worlds, not the Cruise and Spielberg special, the Ice Cube Amazon movie. It was requested a lot on GV Day. I think that's half the reason why people got us to our stretch goal. And then almost everybody, one person put in Shrek and one person put in Bambi. I thank you. But the poll was just a slaughtering, and the patrons chose that, yeah, next Saturday, 6 p.m. PST, we'll be doing an afternoon movie night. So that's going to go out there. If you want to join, let us know. If we do go over 10, I will dust off the Zoom account because I know this was a requested one, and StreamYard only allows us with 10. But for that one, I'll dust it off if we need to. So other than that, Taylor Field, how did you feel? You're the first person to see this. You're the first person I heard from. So for the listeners and watchers and everyone else in between, how did you feel about Dexter episode 7?
Yeah, I felt really good about it. And it's those nights too when you got the upload and it's like 11:30. You're like, Dexter's coming out in half an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up and watch it. And it was great. Dexter's one of those shows worth staying up for because it's just every episode ends in
Oh, what was that?
Every episode ends on a cliffhanger, and it's juicy. And this episode was all juice. Oh my gosh, there's some great stuff that popped up in there. Yeah, with hence Travis's nickname. And yeah, just some really accelerated things and accelerated moments in the narrative that kind of happened too. And between the Hermano moment and there's another scene, hence Kirkland's nickname, College
Are you not
Boy.
allowed to say that word or something? I don't understand why you're making.
No, it's a spoiler,
Oh, okay. I see. But it's some
yeah, big Spanish
hidden
slur,
cuss
yeah.
that we don't know about.
Yeah, I just want to set you guys up for so then I can cut it out and then get you canceled later.
Give it an H drop. Just getting canceled.
Yeah. Hard Hermano.
But yeah, I think this episode was really, really awesome, and I'm excited to see what's going to come next because I think they knocked it out of the park with this, and it's just setting up all these different possibilities. And I'll save that for spoilers. It'll make you laugh, Kirkland, when I say it.
I have expectations.
Not me. Kirkland, you go now.
I go now. Okay, I will go now. Yeah, okay. You got a fucking Apache helicopter above him. He just gets Mission
Fucking
Impossible 3.
savages!
Yeah. I was gonna say Mission Impossible 3 on the bridge. Just
One of
fucking
those
UAV hits the
Trump
house.
and then Russian helicopters flying to Alaska right now.
Whoa, Hermano, calm down.
Making it political.
They already said Hermano. We're talking about Trump now. Gavin, 2028. Let's fucking go.
Yes, back to Dexter though. I really enjoyed this episode. I think I can safely say this was my favorite of the bunch so far, which is nice because I think the last two I watched back to back, and I just kind of saw those as one big viewing, and I had a good time watching that set of episodes. And this week, I think this was just like really good Michael C. Hall stuff in here. It's interesting because it's like, I mean, I haven't finished my rewatch of the later seasons of Dexter, but just the
how's that
performance that he was giving of the character, you know, in the early portions of the show to like this is so different. Like, you know, minor spoiler, there's a moment when he's like doing something and it's like a somewhat dream sequence or something.
You
And I'm
fucking like
this-
that, Peter Dinklage?
yeah, like this is so different of any Dexter behavior that I've seen in the past. But I don't know. He was able to kind of chew it up, and it made sense with the narrative of what was going on. And Peter Dinklage, I guess, yeah, he was just to the standard that I would have expected for you know, an actor to the I was about to spoil something, so I kind of bit my tongue there. But no, I think he was fantastic, and yeah, just great performances. Yeah, surprises. It kind of had everything I was looking for, and there was one moment at the end. I'm not going to spoil it, but I burst out laughing, and I like literally just kept chuckling as the scene was going on. It was just such a funny situation. Curious if you guys felt the same.
Absolutely, yes.
Like
Once
it
that
just
music starts
seemed-
playing.
it seemed like, I don't even know, like a certain 90s comedy type scene where it's just like, oh, look at this predicament of this person being in. It was just so goofy, but no, I enjoyed it, and there's some good juice in this episode. And yeah, I still have holdups, you know, thinking about like the continuity and just the behaviors of things and the way that they've retconned. Like there's a moment in this episode where Harrison's like looking back on just his dad and like maybe just talking about how like maybe they're doing a little bit better now, and I'm just like, this is so like goofy how like quickly it was just resolved from Dexter New Blood. And there's a couple
April
other
said
things
it
like
in our
that, but-
Discord. Like at times it feels very soap opera, and I agree. Like I agree with both.
Yeah.
Like Mike a couple weeks ago, like you guys don't watch American Horror Story, but it feels like that. And yes, it's soap opera like very times. Like they even, you know, minor spoilers for last week. Like they did like a full twin reveal, like she brought, right? Like there's echoes of like, this is like not the highest bar of, like, we
Yeah.
already knew it wasn't the highest bar writing, but I feel like you're always once I'm like sinking into my chair, I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this, then something happens, you're like, oh, right, we're still not,
Yeah.
it's still not 1 to 4 Dexter, you know, there's still like a big asterisk going on here. So
And it's funny, like, I don't know if you feel the same way, but like those moments happen like after something good is happening, and then
Yep.
like one of those moments I'm like, oh, right,
Oh, I'm
okay,
digging this
yeah,
show.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
this
yeah.
this and then I'm like, oh, this is interesting, and then something goofy happens. But no, I at least had a good time watching it.
yeah, no, that's about for me. I think it's kind of like the tale of two of them, where I feel the first half I really enjoyed, and then the second half is when that stuff happened that we just referred to. We're like, oh, right, they did this, and oh, they resolved this really issue. Especially after last week, there was something we were all bummed about, but we're like, oh, it's actually not resolved. They're going to go down this route, and then it just gets resolved very quickly in this episode. Like, oh, okay. So it just was like, that's where, like, I agree with you, Taylor, when you're like, oh, they're great doing those cliffhangers. They are, but my problem is I'd have to look at them all. Maybe I will when we get the finale. I feel like half the cliffhangers lead to somewhere good, and then half really don't give us much to chew on. Like after last week, I was like, oh, this is going to be really fun. Really wasn't. They didn't. I don't think they capitalized on how I left last week. Like, oh, can't wait to see what they do with this reveal. And they answered it very quickly, dealt with it very quickly. And I was like, okay, so that's where it is like a soap opera where, funny enough, that's what they would do in soap operas, where Monday and Friday were always the cliffhangers because they had to get you through the whole week. So it was like you end on cliffhanger Monday, so you'd stay the whole week, and then Friday to remind you come back on the Monday, and they'd always be resolved like pretty very quickly. And it has that kind of cadence. And then there's one thing that we'll get into, and there was some fun stuff in this episode. I think there is that ending part that Kirkland talked about. Had a good laugh. Really liked the opening of that, but the execution of it, there is a big thing that I'm not digging. The thing I was most anticipated with this show show has kind of let me down. It does have a chance to change. I got the fucking ice truck killer going all around back here, but it does have a chance to change. Yeah, it has a chance to change, so I'll see. But we do only have 3 episodes, so I was just very let down by, again, it felt like, oh, this is gonna be something really good, something different for the show, and it was just more of the same. So yeah, it's like I said, still well acted, still fun. They've opened up some avenues. I'm interested to see where we could go. But again, I feel like it's always, I can't get like past a 7 out of 10 on these episodes. Like, and that's almost all of them. There's just always something that stands out where it's like, this, did we not have like another pass at this? Like, and it just reminds me at times when they like shot this in January, it came out in summer. Like sometimes in the back of my mind, I just go, did Paramount and Showtime order this and they got to get this out real quick? And sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes it feels like in other scripts where, hey, this is a good base script, but let's get together, workshop, and then we'll get a better idea. It feels like they just go with sometimes the first script and like, hey, go shoot it. Michael C. Hall's ready to go shoot it. Like, and we know that they're just milking this stuff. So that's what I'd say is there's just a few things where I'd go, oh, does anybody like have maybe a different idea or a different approach? And it's like, oh, we're just going to do this. So yeah, we'll see. We got 3 episodes left. I hope there's a lot of stuff open with the rumor that it is season 2 and 3 are happening. I hope a lot of the stuff actually isn't closed off because I don't want it to be like a rush to the finale. Because as most I can say, non-spoilers, we got Harrison stuff, we got Batista stuff, we got New York Ripper stuff, we got Peter Dinklage, which comes with like a cast of killers and characters, right? We got the cops, like, so that's 6 big things, and even Dexter himself having some hopeful arc or resolution. Like that's 6 to 7 things you kind of have to close off, and that's kind of my hope. Is that was the great thing, at least with the original Dexter, is okay, you can finish most of it off, but you can leave a little slack for next season, right? So I kind of hope where New Blood you couldn't do that. Original Sin, they didn't do that for the most part, except they had fucking Bonnie staring outside a restaurant window, like touching himself, being like, there's my brother. But other than that, you can kind of stop Original Sin there. This, yeah, you missed that part, Taylor. This, I kind of hope that it is more like Dexter, where they keep a lot of stuff open. They don't just rush to get there. So, yeah, but we'll see. Anything else non-spoiler?
There was one moment, I can't remember if it was Harrison or Dexter, but they said, I'm curious. And it sounded very Barbosa-like.
Did he? I missed that.
Yeah, it stood out to me. I had to do a little...
Sounds like a
double
Michael C.
think,
Hall
but-
thing. Yeah. I'll have to find it. But, well, there goes, ladies and gentlemen. If you've not seen episode 7, we're getting into spoilers. We're going to take our first break, and we'll be right back in full spoiler territory after this. And we are back. You could have listened to that episode ad-free. Get many episodes exclusive early. Patreon producers, I'll shout them out quickly. Aaron Brain, April Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Super Bad Mike, sometimes when he's watching these episodes, it sounds like it. The Great God That Loves Me, 69, Jeremy Renner, Charlie Rendell, Cocktail Clay, and John with no H. Thank you very much for supporting. You get every benefit, but on Patreon, there's many benefits, many tiers. Get this episode. Every episode we do ad-free, exclusive episodes, vote on the Golden Geeks. And yeah, it's the best way to support us because you create new content. You make the time for us to do this extra content, so we very much appreciate it. So where I want to start with, and I'm going to make my points, even though I was talking, I'm going to make my points, and I want to read the room, because Mike was with me, and I've seen, like, a bit of it in other circles, because, you know, I still see, my algorithm's now, like, Dexter coded, and there's some people that really love this show, so Taylor would love them, but I think that, like, for me, so the moment Kirkland was talking about with the big laugh, I'd say, where, oh, God damn it, Dexter, after a tough day, you know, has these fucking massive blood slides that he just, like, I don't know, he needs a bigger box. I know what he's going to do. He's going to get the blood and gold and the little slides. But anyway, so he's doing that. Everything's gone pretty well. It's like been a bumpy road day with Harrison, with the Gemini Killer and stuff like that. But he's doing this, and all of a sudden he hears, like, Cuban music. And he's like, oh, like, they're up late. And, you know, he's having some inner monologue. And he's like, it's just like, I'm back in Miami. He's like, oh, fuck, Batista. And he runs up there,
It's just
and then
so
he
funny that he identifies. Like, there's no way that they could
No
be
way.
listening to that type of music unless Angel Batista is fucking in that living room right now.
Yeah.
That actually wasn't the scene that I was referring to, but that was a funny moment.
What scene were you
doing
talking
all
about?
right? You doing all right?
No, I got like the biggest.
Drink some
like,
more water. Just
Yeah.
check.
Okay.
My scene that I was talking about was when Harrison, you know, he's going to his college tour. He goes in for the fucking like talk. It's like a TED Talk situation, and he sees, oh, nice image. I wasn't expecting the two. Look at that bromance. That's a really nice. You know, audio listeners should go on the video form to see that. But yeah, they go to do the TED Talk thing. He sees the detective, and it's like, holy shit,
love
this
that.
is a good
Oh.
moment. You know, like it's that's I wasn't laughing in that moment. That was really intense and a nice setup. I liked it. It made sense. I liked how he like tried to leave, but he like got blocked in, so he had to go back down in there. Part that got me was like 25 seconds later, like as if it's the Keanu Reeves meme where there's like just a bigger version of Harrison walks into the
Yeah.
room and he does like the exact same thing. And I swear to God, they did like the same like partial zoom in shot on the detective.
And the lady
of,
cop.
like,
I said to Taylor, because Taylor, because he messaged me, words, you watched Dexter? I'm like, yeah, and he's telling me he really liked that part. And I said, I did too, until it turned into like an SNL skit. That's what it felt like. Like I was,
that's how it felt like a 90s comedy
Yes.
moment where they come in, they're like, oh no, I'm stuck in this room.
I
And
was
then
so
all of a
worried.
sudden
I
they're
thought
talking to-
Batista was going to walk through next, and he'd do the same. Like they'd all three look at each other. Like that's where I think the Harrison thing was good. But when Dexter came in, it felt like you should have the like this moment right here.
laugh
Like,
track, yeah.
yeah. It took me right out of it, and just because. And again, I try not to call out too much, but I don't think the lady cop has. I'll say they've been the strongest actress, or the direction has not been good for her. So just her looks with him and Dexter, it got a little too comedic for me, and especially too. What was funny is then Dexter walks down, right, and I get it, right. I'm sure many people do this. Harrison's an awkward situation, but he walks down. There's not another single fucking parent in sight, so it's just like Harrison's making it sound like. This is a big deal. Like, parents got to be there. But really, Dexter's going to sit down and be like, why the fuck am I the only adult here? Like, grow up, kid. Now, of course, he's not going to, because he owes his kid a lot of damage he's done to him. But I just kind of laugh when everyone else is around Harrison's age. I'm like, why is Dexter even here? Like, he stands out even more so. But I was worried. I saw the future of the show when he's talked about the New York Ripper weapon and everything like that. I'm like, man, I think there's a chance this guy ends up back on the fucking force, especially because Harrison's starting to become a cop.
That's my prediction. I
Yeah,
think, you know
I
what?
think that's
Batista's
awful.
together.
Batista's
He
gonna
doesn't
be
have
written
to.
off, though.
He has it all, you know.
I know.
Batista's gonna get written off, and then the detectives be like, "Oh, you know, Dexter, you know, you were right. We found the guy or whatever. You were right about the
Peter
weapon. Like,
Dinklage.
you want a job with the NYPD forensics?" And he's like, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
and then we're gonna get back into the normal swing of it.
I could see that. I really don't want that, especially because there's a super weird moment too. I know we're all over. We're gonna get back to the Batista thing, but when he was up there, I know this I guess tied him with the Batista thing. He goes up and then he hits him with the surprise Romano, which is like such a good play on the surprise motherfucker moment. And then this to me is cheesy, but I like it when Dexter's like, "Oh, what's going on?" Batista's like, "Oh, I just thought I'd stop by. I wanted to catch you this time." Like he just keeps dropping all these like, like even though it's bad writing, but then. The daughter of Blessing, whoever his wife, is like, I didn't know you were a cop like 10 years ago. What happened to the background check? I thought we went through this already. I thought the whole family knew that he was like, so it was really weird that we made a big deal. Like she background checked him and then they were very surprised he worked for the police. So what type of background check is this? Just to say he was alive in Miami? Like
She was
very
just
odd.
flexing on him. She was all bluffing.
She had nothing. Yeah.
I got everything on you. You
So can I see
motherfucker.
that? And he's like, there's fucking nothing all
I could
here.
see it being private, though. I mean, most people probably it's not public.
The occupation for over a decade on his
That's the
background check?
easiest
No
thing to
way.
find.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it
They
wouldn't
couldn't
be
find that he
listed
killed
as-
his sister or left his dead body of his sister
I
on a
could
boat.
see it
but
not being listed as working for like
yeah.
the police
No.
and being like, oh, government job or something like lab work or something like that. Because a lot of cops keep that kind of stuff private.
bullshit. You
So-
know what else would have came up too? Would have fucking Rita and all that would have came up as well too. If you would have background checked that person, especially
He was
because
married.
he
It
was
public
married,
document.
and in that show, it was a big deal that his wife got killed because Trinity never went after a cop's wife. So it was all over the media. Even when Jonah, who today wants to be the New York Ripper, when that comes
I
back
want
into
to be
play,
the New York Ripper also.
no, it's. I'm telling you, buckle up. It's just going to be Peter Dinklage. That's my prediction. I think that's what it's going to be. So just
No.
buckle up, and then Taylor, you'll defend it in 3 weeks. Oh, you know what? I actually like Dinklage at the New York Ripper. He
I'll
rips
take
good.
the L on Mia for this episode, but I'm not taking the L on Dinklage.
Yeah, I wish you took that
Pizza
pizza.
bed.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
great. But so, anyways, Dexter gets up there. Batista, I love this moment where he found where Dexter lives. He meets like Bizarro, Batista, and Blessing, who's just Dexter's super nice friend who's oblivious to anything, or the New York Ripper. I hope not Blessing. Blessing's the one. That's my least favorite option. I'd rather Dinklage over Blessing. If Blessing's the fucking New York Ripper, where
No way Blessing is the New York Ripper.
again these. I'm not gonna say no way.
Takes off the Ethan Hunt mask.
Dexter
It's
was
just a completely different character.
Dexter was shot in the heart.
Oh.
Taylor, Dexter was shot in the heart in the previous season, and he's here. Okay, anything can happen in this fucking show.
Yeah, anything for Dexter, but everyone else
Maybe-
is up on the chopping block.
He's met his match in Blessing, but either way, great moment where he just hears that, and I guess to tie it in with Kirkland's scene, what I found again to me very poor writing. So he walks down, he's talking to this lady cop, I can't remember her name, but BG's cop, and she's like, yeah, I don't know how to get there, but I'm like, oh, your former partner in Miami, Batista, he stopped by, and without missing a beat, Dexter just goes, yeah, he's fucked up, man. He lost everything. His friend was framed, and that fucked him up, and he was broken. And then he's like, yeah, but then his wife got killed, and he was broken. Like, it was the worst, like, gaslighting, like, trying. It did not feel natural at all to bring it up. It felt like Dexter in that moment just should have played it up as, oh yeah, like I know him, like he's had a really tough life, and that's it. But he just goes into full just like spin mode where it doesn't even feel natural. If, like he looks more suspicious. Like, yeah, man, he's just a fucking weirdo. It's like, what? Like it was so abrupt, and I wish.
I always suspected he worked with Dokes. He was one of those. Like,
yeah.
so
If
over
you
the
ask
top.
me, I think he might have actually been the Bay Harbor Butcher. Like that's pretty much what he was trying to spell out. So I was just rolling my eyes like, okay. But anyway, so we got to the back to the thing where Batista's there. He's hanging out with the guy's family, and he's like, oh, let me drive you home, which I thought was risky even for Batista to get in the car because of what he knows. But, he did. This is my crux, and maybe, Kirkland, I'll go to you first to see how you feel or don't feel because you're rewatching the series. But we've referred this many times where I was very excited for Batista to get there because, one, he's one of the only surviving characters, but two, because out of everybody that wasn't related to him family-wise, Batista had the closest connection, or Dexter and Batista had the closest connection, to the point where Dexter said to him, and this was not lying, full just Dexter mask off, he said, if I could be anyone in the world, I wish I could be you. And Batista's like, oh, thanks. Like, he had no fucking clue. He thought he was a weirdo. He's like, thanks, Amano. Like, that's great. Like Dexter many times has stressed about, like, hey, this is a good guy. So what I looked forward to was Batista's on the hunt because, Dokes and LaGuerta, and Dexter has to deal with them, but he knows Batista's like the best guy he's met. What do you do? Of course, there's the code, don't get caught, but still, it's like, especially with Harrison around, like, can I even kill this guy who's like, even I don't even want to kill this guy, right? Like, Dokes, he fucking hated Dokes, right? And even when you get there, Maria, they make her very, like, shitty in season 7 because she's after him, so it's very easy to hate her. But Batista, never been a hateable character. But what I hated was when they're in the car, Dexter's just threatening him, like, this is gonna end. Like, it's like when Quinn was after him, when Dokes was after him, it was no different. So to me, that was the excitement of, oh, this guy that he actually respects and likes as a human being, it's gonna be a very different dynamic when this guy is after him. But it just felt like the same. And for Dexter, I'm fine if we get multiple episodes and Dexter finally goes, you know what, I'm just gonna have to kill him, all ready to jump to, like, he's threatening him. I was very surprised. So I'm kind of let down by, like I said, maybe they'll flesh it out. Maybe they'll have another conversation, but I'm very let down. Even then, like, if they're kind of in this mode where they're just talking, like they know Dexter's a killer, I hope that maybe if they get the full story, there can be some, like, semi-bonding again. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed because it's no different than Dexter versus Quinn, where Dexter's like, hey, you better fucking leave me alone. Leave my family. Same thing. Leave my family alone. Leave Rita alone. It's just that again, where I thought with Batista, we would get a different rendition. So it's kind of, again, rinse and repeat for the show, unfortunately. But yeah, Kirkland, because you've obviously, sounds like I think you've maybe slowed down on the season 5 watch, because, Lumen, great character and all. But what do you think about now that Batista's officially, he's coming for him? He dropped a little tracker. And yeah, this is like the first, like, okay, Batista's letting it know, like, I'm not leaving until I get you,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is one of those moments that I was hinting at earlier. And I mean, both of us have been talking a little bit less so for Taylor, but just like the continuity issues that I have, like with the original show tying into this, and just how it feels like a totally different Dexter and just show in general. And like even the performance from Angel, like it still feels like the character of Angel, but as if someone else is just piloting. My gosh, hard to say. Piloting him, and that being like the writing and the script for the character, and just, I don't know, like having no attachment to those moments where they were like somewhat brothers. They have some nice wholesome moments together, and obviously they've both been
Thanks
through
for
a lot.
talking me off that ledge, Dex.
Not original sin. Not that one.
Yeah. And then that's like, to your point, it just makes him feel like grunt number 2, like confronting
Yes.
Dexter again.
Another
It's just
another
like,
cop. Yeah.
why even have him back here for this? So definitely disappointed. I did like the moment, like you said, when he's kind of like jabbing him like in front of everyone, like at the party, like I'm coming to get you, and just like teasing him. I
Yeah.
did not think he was gonna just go in the car. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be intense, because he's like, no, I insist, or like Blessing is like, no, you guys have to stay, like do something like that just to have an intense moment like within all of them. Like maybe Angel tries to like reveal Dexter to everyone in that
Yeah.
moment, but
He
just like a quick cut.
first thing.
It's just like just like a quick cut to them in the car, and they're like not even talking.
Yeah,
it was
just
just like
silent.
another moment that just seemed a little bit comedic, and then I don't know, their conversation wasn't anything special by any means, and yeah.
No, it's
just
like, this is
kinda
what we've been
threatened
waiting
him, Stay
for.
away from me, no matter what you do. You know,
Yeah,
if I'm
like-
really the person you think I am, it's gonna end bad for you.
Like
it's
all
just-
New Blood, we were like, oh, wouldn't it be so great if we get and in that finale, it's like, oh, Batista's coming. We're now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is it, eh? This is what we got. Okay.
Yeah, I
So.
think another moment that I enjoyed, at least at the start of, well, actually, maybe I'm thinking of last week's episode, just him working with these detectives that I haven't loved so much. It just makes me think that maybe he's going to get a lot more moments when we have like officers chasing Dexter, you know, as opposed to the other two. I was going to say
There was-
Dumb and Dumber, but they're
They're
I don't
Dumb and
know,
Dumber.
yeah,
There
okay.
was something where, oh,
Hands are
Dexter's.
freezing.
Oh, it was so. So there was this moment they were talking about. I can't remember the specifics, right? But they're talking about the case and everything like that, and they're talking because they're like, "Oh, well, you know, the Lady Vengeance thing didn't work out, and you know, all evidence points to it. No, that's what it was. So it was like all the evidence that was pointing to whatever Batista said was wrong, right? And then Batista goes, well, all the evidence other than the watch being at her place points to it not being Lady Vengeance. And he looks at them down the eyes like, do you ever just trust your gut? like, like again, I feel like he's talking to children or like cops being like, yeah, like we just got Scary Movie 6 news today. Like this is what this feels like. Like he just looked like, do you ever like trust your gut? And they're like, it was a foreign concept to them. Like, oh yeah, I guess you maybe Lady Vengeance didn't kill. Like I was like, oh my god, like it's just like again, I almost wish these characters were on purposely more comedic, and Batista's just like, I'm
Yeah.
fucked. Like that would almost make it better. Of like, I can't catch Dexter because these cops in New York fucking suck. And you could even make some sort of like fun allegory there if you wanted, like bad cops, right? But they try to present these cops as somewhat serious. And just when he said that to him, like these cops are idiots. They're supposed to be top of the line, and they're like, it's like a thought bubble pops off of when he says trust your gut. They've never thought about this. It's just fucking odd, you know. So, but yeah, Dumb and Dumber for sure.
I would say the other route. I think they wanted to trust their gut. At least the guy doesn't. The guy's just like, put it to bed, forget it,
Oh,
yeah,
man,
move
he
on.
did not want
But
to
the girl,
investigate that at all.
like
Maybe he's the Ripper.
when Batista's pitching this information, you can tell the girl is taking it in and has already thought about it, but she's saying like, what am I supposed to do? Like the evidence says like, hey, the watch was found in Lady Vengeance's thing, but she's the one who came forward and said, yeah, it had no fingerprints of hers on there, but like, what do I do? Like the evidence says that's it, and the case is closed. And it's at that point, probably with the political side of it, like you just got to close the fucking case, and you can't keep at it, which is, you know, probably, yeah, unfortunate. But that's what Dexter was counting on. Dexter's like, yeah, this is just going to be it. The evidence is there. The watch is in there. So they got to close the case and move on. Yada, yada, yada. So that's how I kind of see it. And I think that with obviously now with her and the whole gut thing, it's going to be heightened because when they were in the college and she throws that question at Harris, like, oh, following in your father's footsteps, not implying that the whole cop thing, but implying like, oh, you know, you're going to be a killer kind of a deal. I'm sure she was kind of like poking the bear a little bit. But I think the idea with Batista just kind of being more prominent in here and jumping in the car with him, I thought he was using a recorder and he was just kind of taping the whole conversation because Dexter was definitely saying some very dangerous
That would've
things in
been
that
smart.
car. Yeah. I mean, Travis's
Muted.
mic is muted, so he's not recording any Dexter conversations.
That would have been smart, even though I feel like even the tracker I wish was like a little smaller. Like I feel like Dexter would just clean his car and be like, "What the fuck is this?" and then throw it out. But that's why I still think what's gonna happen is he's gonna track him this fucking serial killer thing, and Dexter and Batista are gonna take on the serial killers together, and it's gonna be like, and I owe you one, but then Batista's still gonna
Think
catch
they're
him.
gonna go that way? You don't think like Prater is gonna kill him or anything like that? Like, oh, why are
Prater's
you
gonna
looking
kill who?
into Batista or gonna have
Charlie
him
will
taken
probably
care
kill
of?
Batista,
Charlie, yeah.
No, because then at that point, then what is the reason for making Batista non-ally of Dexter then? Because then what you would do is you would have Batista find him, and then you would have Dexter lay out the whole thing, say, hey, Maria, that was really unfortunate, but like I didn't kill her. Technically, that was Deb, and he can lay it all out. Dokes, very unfortunate, but again, I didn't kill him. I was gonna frame him, but like
He's
It's
innocent.
gonna be Batista's face when you tell him all this.
all this BS.
There's no way Dexter lays that all out for him though and says
I think it's gonna happen because Dexter did say in the car, "Oh, if you only knew when." Because Batista almost, which was weird, he like inferred that Dexter killed Deborah, which is like there's evidence that he like Dexter wasn't there. Like it was the brain surgeon that killed Deborah. Like that's a known thing. So and then Dexter said,
the
"If
body,
you only
right?
knew."
I don't
Yes,
remember how that season went, but Dexter
I didn't
reeled
kill
the
her,
body
but I
out.
took the body and threw her on a boat. Like again, yeah, and for drug. But like, I do think that's why I said I'm leaving an asterisk. I do think they are going to talk, and that to me is the chance to save this. Is Dexter? Maybe he was just trying to be intimidating to make him go away, but when it comes down to it, I hope Dexter's next step is I'm going to try to talk him off the ledge. As fucked up as this is better than me just killing him, right? And hopefully he can ask him. But that's where to me, if Peter Dinklage or Uma Thurman just kills Batista and Batista's his enemy, what the fuck's the point? Like that kills all the drama of the show. Dexter's like, oh, well, another problem solved for me. Like I really hope not. So I think Batista and him will team up, and then Batista will give him like an IOU for like at the end of Fast Five when
Give you a
Dwayne Johnson,
24-hour lead.
yeah, when Dwayne Johnson's like, I'm gonna get you, but like we'll give you a little time. Or there's the terrible situation where both Batista and Dexter end up on the NYPD because Batista takes a job there and Dexter takes a job there, and they have to work together, and then they really are just doing Dokes and Dexter. But if Batista gets killed this season, that's I think we're into failing territory for me. Like almost any way you slice it. Like to me, you don't kill Batista until like once in 5 years, once the show's ratings are shit and no one's watching it, then you kill Batista and maybe make that the reason Dexter goes to jail. If we got season 2 and 3 and somehow Dexter's killed Batista, got away with it, and we're still just following this fucking terrible person, it's like that's Batista dying is a easy 4.9 for me.
It's got to come to that though, right? I mean, the
Not
AirPods,
this season, though.
But the AirPods lead towards some kind of climactic resolution for
Team
this
up.
character, especially after that meeting with Quinn and Masuka. So I mean, I feel like you really think it'd be a team up. Because I just keep feeling like it's just the AirPods are gonna take Batista straight to his little incinerator, and Batista's gonna be like, I fucking got you, burning the bodies or some shit like that.
He like hides in the incinerator, so next time Dexter goes to throw a body, Batista's just like, I got you, but then Dexter just throws on the switch. He didn't think about it.
Or it does go to Prater's house, and maybe Batista
Yeah.
sneaks in and finds the room with all the killer shit and whatnot, and maybe Dexter confides and says, hey, I'm actually hunting these guys down,
I just think it's going to be this literally happened. They're going to rerun it. Dokes and Dexter teamed up in season 2 for an episode, and then Dexter locked him back up in a cage. But I think it's going to be that where Dokes got out, but then a bunch of drug lords were at the cabin, and they had Dokes gunpoint, but Dexter did save him, and then Dokes and Dexter run together. That's the only time that Dexter's used a gun in that episode is where he shot to save Dokes. So I think the same thing's going to happen, where Dexter's going to be dead to rights for Peter Dinklage, Uma Thurman, Batista's going to get there, and then Batista's going to be dead to rights, and the only way they can get out of it is if they work together, and that's why I think they'll work together, and then, okay, but, like, this doesn't change anything. Like, I'm still, it's even worse. You're having dinner with serial killers. Like, you're fucking weird, man. And even then I still, like, hope it didn't happen, but my hope was at the college thing, because Dexter, I didn't think he was going to show up. My hope was Batista was going to show up, and we were going to try, and even though it would be running back the Logan thing, which they've just forgotten about, I would be down if Batista tries to almost get to him the Kurt way, where he's like, tries to like get Harrison on his wing, because let's not be wrong, like it's gonna be really easy. Dexter's gonna fuck up a bunch more times, and Harrison's gonna be super disappointed. So I don't know. If Batista dies, that's really disheartening for me in this show. That's just, yeah, I don't know. What about you, Kirkland? Is Batista, if he eats it this season, are you fine with that? Are you okay with that?
I think I am fine with it because of what they've already showed. Like I think they just ramped up the intensity of him being, my life's goal now is to bring down Dexter Morgan, and like pitching them being buddy cops. Like it just, I don't believe that they're gonna go there. Like I
hope not.
I don't know. I think that's consuming my my brain in the sense of me not really thinking that he is going to live past that point. It just seems like everything that they're setting up, what they've kind of done in the past. I know this is technically a new show, but just the way that they've quickly dispatched certain characters, it just seems like it's fitting that criteria. And like what you mentioned of the Kurt angle trying to get between maybe Dexter and Harrison, I feel like their last interaction was like, I'm fucking after your dad and I'm fucking after you, Harrison Morgan. Like, you are a murderer, you are your father. Like, it just seems like he's so, again, in that intensity scale of an antagonist for these two chaps. And yeah,
At least Batista's not after Harrison though, remember? Because he told me you're going down a dark path, and he was like, versus Kurt didn't care, right? He was actually using him. Where at least I think Batista would actually bond with him, and he knows.
But he was telling the detectives that Harrison murdered that guy, right? Like, he's not trying to protect Harrison.
But that might be protection in his mind, right? As we got back to Harry today, which one I did laugh. You did say from the Kurt angle. Shout out to the Kurt angle.
I was imagining it when he
said he said from the Kurt angle.
I did, yes.
Like,
probably very few times that would have came up in a string of sentences for me.
Because we did get that reminder, which again, a scene I really liked. You brought up in the non-spoilers, like the comedic side of Dexter acting in the mirror. Okay, that was very fun. But when Ghost Harry is like, oh, I don't know, we had a few bumps in the road, and Dexter grabs by the fucking his face, like, you fucking killed yourself, you idiot! Like, you left me alone. So that was my point, though. Again, we've talked about whether people agree with it or not, and they won't, because like, I love Dexter when he does. Harry as a character realized, nope, I should have put him in an institution. I was fucking wrong. So the same way it's like you saying, oh, he's not trying to help Harrison by catching him. I think Batista in his mind, that is trying to help him. That is, hey, he should go to prison. He should get help. Because if, yeah, Batista's right. Because if he's just going to be hanging around for Dexter Morgan for 20 years, this guy's going to be a fucking menace to society. So like, Batista is absolutely right that Harrison should go to prison, even though he killed like a guy, I'm going to do it again. He killed that guy. But still, to get the help he needs, not like Harrison or Harry Morgan 2.0,
I have a grievance with whoever took off the "I'm gonna fucking kill you" video off of our StreamYard.
Oh, who did do that?
That must have been Taylor.
Might have been me when we were uploading I uploaded your Batman one.
Oh my god!
Oh, don't spit it on me. There's many other ones you could have got rid of. Like, what the fuck is this plasma one? Why is this one even in here?
That's for me and Dylan. You could have got rid of Hunka Hunka. Well, Taylor, you got to get that clip back on there now. That's your
Hunka Hunka. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's good that we delay it because we'll cut it short because it's got like that 10-second delay at the end. Of just
no, Taylor, you can't. Which intro is this? You put the Star Wars intro back on. That's the one the music got flagged for, guys.
No, not that one. That was the other one.
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't.
That was the other Boba Fett one.
No, it wasn't. This is still. No, that's the music. If people don't know, it's gone. It's gone. If people don't know, there's 3 episodes that got taken down on Spotify because they messaged us and said, hey, you don't own the rights to this music. And Taylor's like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But it's like, you have to prove it. And Taylor has no proof. So like Taylor got rid. So Taylor, you need to get rid of
that email.
What?
We can delete it though.
I sent it to you. It was your Wolfman review. It was a newscast you and Kirkland did because you guys would always use those silly openings. So I said, no, you can't use it anymore. Your other guy's one so far is safe, so it's still there. But the second the second I get an email about that one, it's gone. It's gone. So Taylor, by next Dexter, you need to have the fucking kill you back up.
Yeah,
or you're gonna lose. I'm gonna take off your 90s soundtrack. I'm gonna take off this alien. And that one's way more dangerous. That one's the most dangerous one of all because that's a current movie and Warner Brothers always flags our stuff. Let's take an ad break and then we'll be right back. I'm going to grab my charger so you guys go where you want to after that.
All right, let's play all of our videos while he's gone.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Where do you want to go, Taylor? Do you want to go to the party?
Oh,
Prater's
my
dinner?
goodness. Prater's dinner. Yeah, Dexter's just immortal at this point. He just openly just executed this guy in cold blood. And I thought it was like a dream scenario. And he's like, I heard about twins, they can feel when the other experiences pain. Did you feel a chest burn sensation at like 9 o'clock last night when I fucking stabbed your brother?
Did you feel me fuck your brother last night? That's how it felt, the dialogue wise. Yeah, that was a bold move for sure. I was really excited for that interaction. I really liked their dialogue like before that, just everything leading up to it when he reveals that he knows about them. Like I thought that was one big move, and then a couple minutes later, he's like, "Yeah, I fucking stabbed your brother last night. I'm gonna do the same to you right now."
He did it like
feel like-
sexually too. He was like, you had a brother. I fucking did you feel something in your heart last
Oh, he
night?
was into that.
Did you get a little warm last night? Did you get hard last
yeah.
night? Yeah, I
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
killed your brother. Yeah.
I thought it was such a bold move to like do the out there and just expect him to start attacking you, and you able to like play off and be like, yeah, he's the one that actually killed Neil Patrick Harris also.
Yeah.
It was a little convenient. That was a lesser, bit of the episode for me personally. And like, I don't know. I had some complaints on how unsatisfying the kill was for the first version of the brother of David Demashmashman and
David Dalsmashin.
Del Smashin. Is that
David
correct?
David Dalsmashin. And you've made me screw it up, man. David
I have to write it down
Dalsmashin.
phonetically in my notes. Otherwise,
Dalsmashin.
I'm just never going to say his name again. But yeah, it was just unsatisfying the way that he didn't even let that character say anything. And then this one, he just fucking shoves that glass deep down his artery or whatever it was.
You like that?
Yeah. That's what I did to your brother last night. Yeah, it was a little bit unsatisfying there. But I still like their dialogue leading up to it. And yeah, it was definitely a bold move of like just revealing everything and hoping that it would go that way.
Yeah, no, that was a disappointment for me too. Because like I said last week, it was like, oh, good thing. Because I think we were all like, oh, that was kind of lackluster. Especially because this guy, they're like, oh, he's the number one on the FBI most wanted list. It's like, or like wherever he is, it's like, so this is it. Like this Gemini guy who's been gone, been avoid all these years, master year, like. He meticulously plans, and we have all these rules. We don't same location. We talk about this, and then it's like one guy just says, "Oh, I know your secret." He just freaks out. Like I lazy writing, and then two, I kind of hoped he was gonna be like a mini big bad for like the end. Like if any killer was gonna be left other than the ponytail guy, I was hoping it'd be the last. Because to me, I thought that'd be fun. He gets back and he figures out that Dexter did this or someone did this. This is another thing. And just to see him operate, like, how does he do his code? Or even if he's going to try and do a kill without his brother, it's like, fuck, like, how do I, like, tons of fun stuff. And again, that is my worry that they will close off everything for this season because they did it here where I'm like, oh, this is at least 2 or 3 episodes of content. Nah, it was 20 minutes and they dealt with it. To me, like another disappointing death. And yeah, a very cool concept, very cool actors. Well, that they just wasted. So, and I don't really have any interest in the ponytail killer guy. Like he's like, I don't have care of him and Dexter having a showdown. Dexter's just going to dispatch of him very easily. So yeah, honestly, like I didn't like the storyline. Like this is still, other than the cops, my least favorite thing of the show because I didn't like the storyline to begin with because it's very cheesy. But then the follow up, other than I think the peak was when we got like that, the little tour by Peter Dinklage in the killer's room. That was fun. But other than that, it's been all kind of downhill from here. So yeah, I did not like lose and Dalsmashin like that. So what about you, Taylor?
Oh, I mean, I think the whole twin aspect was pretty cool. I really, really liked that. And I liked how Dexter kind of threw some jabs at him. Like, oh, what was it that you said to me the other day? And then he doesn't respond right away. And
The
then Dexter's like,
yearning.
oh, the yearning. Yeah. And then he just like clicks his fingers, snaps his fingers, and like points at him. Like he does a good job at playing it off.
You all right, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm all right. I thought I heard Madison screaming.
Jesus Christ.
Just trying to pull my posters down. I think that it is unfortunate that he's dead, but I didn't think he was going to last long. And I was telling Kirkland, just him being killed out in broad daylight is just wild, and Charlie running at them with a gun, like, what the
Can you imagine
What's
he
going on?
pops off on Dexter, just shoots him like 3
executes
times.
them.
I love too. She's like, back away. And they're like trying to save him. Like, what happened? Like, it's just very like he got hit by a car or something. But no, it's like you all watch Dexter just execute him in front of you. But yeah.
But it was a setup too. Like he had to make sure that they saw Gemini attack first and whatnot. So Dexter's good at that shit.
Could you imagine if Gemini, he like completely underestimated him and Dexter just got killed by Gemini? Like the first twin sucked, but Gemini is like fucking Dexter 2.0 and just fucks him up in front of everybody and doesn't make it to Harrison's college thing. Can't pay blessing the rent. Batista's think he ran away, so he's just like looking like they got rid of his body, so Batista just thought he ran, so he's just looking for decades trying to find this man. Like I must find Dexter Morgan, but. No, we didn't get that. But if he was versing this guy, it would have been a different issue.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
I had in the phone favorites. That one's nice and refined too. It's only 3 seconds, you know, so
That's a
took
good
out
one.
it took out some of it. So, Taylor, don't you ever take out Patrick Dempsey. I'm gonna fucking kill you. You
Or
know?
he's gonna show up in your house.
I am.
That's why
I'm gonna help
Madison was
Madison.
screaming right there.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
I texted Madison. I said, "Kill Taylor now." I have like a kill switch in her. She's just like a decade prank I've been working on for a while. Just
He did the
wait.
Winter
A
Soldier
decade
codes.
prank. Fuck.
Foxtrot, Jurassic.
He will have birth to his child.
Yeah,
Bionicle.
Dempsey.
Dempsey.
Come to me, amor. Do you think that Harrison's gonna do that to the college chick?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got. I need a resolution. What's going on with the hotel girl then?
That'll
No,
be a
we got
longer
it. Like
storyline.
she's turned him down
We
like
got
twice.
it. She turned down once.
No,
Once,
at least
not
twice. At least twice.
All right. I did like when obviously Dexter finally broke, but when they get to the luncheon and Fielding's like, "Oh, I've prepared our finest meats," and he's like, "And a vegan section for our good friend." I like that it's like the 4th time this season that it's come up, but I did like that Dexter's finally like, "Oh, you know, like this is making it really hard," and he's like, "Oh well, if you want, like if this is time you want to, you know, cheat a little, this is the best time. It's the finest meats in the whatever America." So, but I did like if like they just show this all this like food, then like and for our vegan friend, I like that's been a good running gag. Whoever had that idea, good stuff there. Yeah, like I said, I mentioned already, but I really like him grabbing Harry by the face and just fucking yelling at himself and whatnot. Because again, we talk about that, which I that does help having the original showrunners. They do remember that type of stuff. So again, I think there's some good Dexter lore stuff, and yeah, all the stuff with Michael C. Hall in the mirror was great. Like, oh, you a sick fuck, whatever Peter Dinklage's name, and he's just like, yeah, they tell me their stories. Like he's just trying to impersonate a killer, and yeah, he was a good one. So.
I liked his strategy too of like not telling lies. Like he was telling the truth, but just not giving them answers that they would have expected for him being the character of Red. I thought that was clever for sure. And when he grabs Harry, I just thought of the and like just talk about how him being disgusted reminded me of the Christian Slater version of that character when he was like strapped to the table. It's like, quit messing around, Dex, and he just gets up off the table.
I'm serious.
It's like, yeah, it's completely
Butt naked.
different than like the James.
You know what would have happened if I didn't stop you tonight? You would have killed that guy, gone to
Yeah.
jail. Like, that's his justification by stripping him down. Or no, he had him closed still and taped him to the table. Or did he
I
strip
like-
him down?
My headcanon, he was stripped down.
I thought he was stripped down, or if he wasn't using his box.
Where are my clothes, Dexter?
He does say that. He does.
think he does, yeah.
So he takes his boxers off, but yeah, and he just uncuts the tape. Harry's rock hard. He's like, "Oh, I trained you well, son." Man. Those are all my notes for this episode.
Yeah, I don't think I missed anything else. What do you think's gonna happen with the landlord? Is Harrison gonna fuck him up?
Oh, that I thought you meant Blessing.
Yeah, Harrison's gonna kill Blessing.
he's the Crimson Reaper, or whatever the fuck it's called. The New York Ripper.
New York Ripper. Benson's gonna be like, "Dexter, you're a month late on your rent," and there's like, "You fucking said about my father? My father's a good man," and he just fucking like accidentally. And Dexter's gonna come home one day, the same thing that he envisioned doing to the ladies' landlord. He's gonna actually do to Blessing, and Dexter's gonna be like, "What have you done?" He's gonna like Trinity kill him. He's gonna like Dexter's gonna walk in. Blessing's gonna be in the bathroom with Harrison. Look, just like Mom. And then Dexter has to put down Harrison. Oh my god.
This is the end.
Yo,
That's
I
gonna be
didn't- I
flagged.
didn't put that
That's
one
gonna
in.
be flagged.
that was fucking loud. That was a loud one there. No, they did show it in the like previously on, but if I lean anyways, I do think Harrison's gonna kill. I think he will kill him because I think things are starting to go well. Like Kirkland moved that one quick. I think Dexter's trying to be a better dad. He's saying like, "I don't know if I love you, but I feel different," which was such a great which was funny. The cops like, "Oh, serial killers are incapable of love." Harrison, the most non-subtle way, just turns his whole body. He turns like Michael Keaton's Batman to look at his dad while the cop turns out serial killer. It's not just like
He
a
was like
subtle.
tearing up too. He was getting so emotional in that scene.
But and then like say I like Dexter when he's like, oh, is that true? Not love. Like, well, I just know I feel differently about you. It's like I know like that works for Dexter, but it's like Harrison, this man's a walking red flag. Fucking run. You had it right the first time. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. You're like he's gonna ruin your life. But no, I do think Harrison's gonna fuck up because obviously he got out of the prison thing. Him and Dexter getting more closer. Maybe this college girl is something. He wants to go to college. He wants to have like a life. That's like 4 to 5 good things in a row for Harrison, and he's lucky to get 2 of them. So I feel like if he kills the landlord, that kind of like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back in a way, you know?
Does
But
Dexter take the blame for it, or does he do something to kind of cover it up again for Harrison?
cover up. If this shows before when we didn't, which I didn't think it was one season, but if there was any chance there was one season, I thought, oh yeah, that's a good way for Dexter to go down and take the blame for him. But if this is 3 to 4, like 2 to 3 shows, like no, I think Harrison will fully become a cop. Like they'll go through that storyline of him getting on the force. That's where Dexter could get back on the force. Like I think Harrison and Dexter are in the clear. Like I said, until the ratings fall off, I legitimately think they're going to go to the wheels fall off, which is I don't think a good thing. But we'll be here for it. So, Kirkland, you asked, what do you think's happening to Landlord?
I don't know. I don't think
Doesn't have the
anything,
answer to his own question. Does he even come back? Maybe.
Yeah, like that's. I imagine there'll be at least one more confrontation, but I can also see it just like she just finds a different living situation. Like I don't know, Harrison
She
helps
can't,
her
though.
out. Dexter
Moves in
helps
with
her out.
Dexter.
Dexter.
Remember what I
Blessing-
pitched the
Blessing
first
in the
episodes?
basement? Like that could be a good solution, right? If
That's
Dexter ends
true.
up moving, so she could move in there. If Blessing isn't the New York Ripper. So
Yeah, I hope not. Okay, so I've said it's. I think it's just gonna be Peter Dinklage. I think he has the tool ready.
The Ripper?
I think it's just gonna be he wanted to do himself. He already talked about this episode how he got hard talking to the guy that killed his parents, everything like that. So it's like
That was such a weird story. Yeah, like I like the
Yes.
scene because the two of them together, it was just like, man, this is juice. Like I'm seeing Peter Dinklage and Michael C.
Yeah.
Hall here going back to back. Beautiful scenery,
Great
like,
acting.
it was like just the set reminded me of like a Game of Thrones scene with just like the outside nature looked gorgeous.
oh, get Michael C. Hall in House of Dragon. Give him that Targaryen wig. Oh fuck yeah! Hell yeah!
But it's just like blonde or like silver hair. It's like, I guess he's more that age.
Michael C.
all
Hall would
diseased.
kill it. He can be Viserys the Third.
He's all syphilis up. But yeah, no, him just
Yeah.
talking about he's like, yeah, I befriended him, but like also in the story it made it seem like the killer also wasn't really friendly with him. He's just like this fucking weird kid. Like Dexter even says like, do you think he was just like taking advantage of you because
Yeah.
you're fucking obsessed with him? It's
I
like
don't
no, me and my old buddy, and then it's like I was his only friend until he died, which was
And then I was
like-
alone.
Yeah. And then he just kept befriending psychos. Really
Yeah.
interesting origin there, but
Well, with the New York Ripper, we get to learn here too in that little whole conference TED Talk thing that they were killing at one point, but they stopped killing for a while. But they kept leaving just daunting tapes, recordings of their
That's such a
victims.
weird-
reminds me of my old Xbox 360, Call of Duty days. It's like
Wake
"Turn
up
off
in the
your fucking
morning."
Juggernaut, noob. You can't kill
Yeah.
me without your Juggernaut. 1v1 me later.
And then wake up in the morning to a threatening message. You fucking idiot, huh? You fucking loser. You didn't 1v1 me? Come on now. Yeah. I found that so weird. Of like, the killer's not killing, but he's leaving offensive voicemails to people now. It's like, I get it. They would be torturous, but it was just like, you like that, you sick fuck? How I killed your sister? She was so innocent. They kind of made the voice sound like the Ghostface killer in a way. Like
Kind of,
Roger.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah. Hello. It's the New York
Just gets
Ripper.
super political. messages.
Who are you going to
What's the
vote
deal
for?
with these people? Yeah.
Kirkland, I sent this to Travis.
You know what else
but
is red? Your blood.
the people, some people believe that it could have been Brian Moser. Because we don't know exactly what he was up to for a period of time, so maybe he was doing some killings in New York and
And
then
what's
he
he
bounced
doing?
off to Miami.
Calling from the grave now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know when those calls came through. Yeah,
That's
so-
fair.
I imagine they wouldn't have been that old.
No. If
Yeah.
they do, I don't think they will, because that was that a theory you saw, Taylor, or was that from
That
the
was a
show?
theory, and
Okay.
the end of the theory was
Yeah.
that nowadays it's just a copycat kind of keeping
Yeah.
the
I
legend
want
alive.
Jonah. I want Jonah so
I do
bad.
too.
It's probably not
I do
him,
too.
but that would be great.
If they did, the only reason why I would not put that past them, I thought it was his brother, and then a copycat. One, just because my brother was the original killer. Like they have fucking Michael C. all act, because they were talking about brothers today.
Yep.
With Gemini, but the reason is because in fucking Dexter Original Sin, if they do season 2, and it's like, oh, what was Brian up to while he was waiting for Dexter? You have Brian just fucking moseying around in New York, being the New York
Bring
Ripper.
those two
so.
detectives into his episode.
Yeah, they don't even cast young actors for them. It's just the same 2 actors playing. It's like a Wet Hot American Summer situation. No, I just think it's gonna be Dinklage. That's my prediction. What do you guys think to end off this episode?
Jonah.
Jonah.
Yeah, you legit think it's Jonah? I think there's no way.
I'm gonna wish
I
it
would
into
pizza bet you on
existence,
that.
So yeah,
Pizza
I
bet him,
wouldn't.
Kirkland.
I would.
Want pizza bet me, Kirkland? It's Jonah.
Taylor.
Why don't you, Taylor?
Oh,
Redeem
no.
yourself.
Redeem
Yeah, you're
myself?
You're
Your
saying
Dexter-
Jonah, Taylor?
Your Dexter pizza bets have not been going well. You lost one. You would have lost the Mia one.
No, no!
That's me with Taylor's pizza. I just no. Taylor's like no, my pizza. So I
Smushes the pizza.
all I'm saying is, Taylor, very smart guy, but I'm saying with their Dexter predictions, if you hard think is Jonah, I'm telling everybody that means it's definitely not Jonah, because you hard thought Dexter was a ghost, and you hard thought Mia was alive. So I'm telling
I was betting all my chips that Mia was
Yeah,
alive. It was all
I'm-
staged.
I promise you, Jonah's not the New York Ripper. I'd pizza. I would even do you guys just do a half, like buy me one pizza for half the amount, and I'd buy you 2 large. I'd buy you a pizza each.
I'm not pizza betting you. There's
Okay,
no-
so that's yeah.
Kirkland's not in, so I'm not in.
Okay,
Taylor's gonna
let's
do
go.
it. Taylor's gonna do it. Do you guys legitimately think Jonah?
I want it
I-
to be Jonah.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm
think
asking your
it will
prediction.
be Jonah. I think it will be Jonah. I can't picture Prater because I feel like Prater's not going to get his hands dirty. It'd be Charlie before it would be Prater.
No, she's got her sick mom. She's not
Yeah,
got time for
not
that.
Charlie. I don't think it'd be Prater. Jonah's just such a wild card. Like if he just showed up, he's like bearded, long hair, like different voice now. That's just so entertaining to me. I want that to be the case so bad, and yeah, I'm gonna hope it to into existence.
Just wait till we get here finale night. It's fucking Prater, and you guys are like, oh god damn, I guess so. I just
Or
think
it's
that's
fucking
what.
Prater's buddy that like killed his parents and he like kept him alive somehow.
my
so it was all a
God.
secret.
Or it's Blessing.
Blessing, I don't. The only my only
Dexter.
yeah. You want to rip some people with me tonight? My only worry about Blessing is, remember, they had that one episode where he did talk about like his darkness, right? And I had this when people had that theory, I thought no, but when he told that story, it's like, and they did things to me no man should do, and I was like, that's a like that is a and I said before we end this, my perfect world is that he deals with Ponytail Guy. I still think Uma Thurman's gonna make it, and then Prater is dead. I would love them not to answer who the Ripper is, or if they do it as like the cliffhanger for season 1 of this, and we don't deal with it till season 2. That's my perfect scenario. My actual perfect scenario is just that it's an actor we don't know, that they're gonna say it for season 2, and we're gonna get fucking John Hamm, and he's gonna be the Ripper. Like that's what I want. I want Dexter Resurrection one day to see a press release of so and so's playing New York Ripper, and we're all like, oh, that's awesome. Like kind of how we were with this season with Neil Patrick Harris and Kristen Ritter. Like that's my dream, is that if they kind of know, if Showtime's like, hey, we know people are gonna watch this show, you guys are good for multiple seasons. They've never ever done that in Dexter. I always want them to. They've never ever set up a big bad in the previous season. It's always the one big bad and they close it off. So I would love it. It's like this show to me does not have much new stuff in it. Obviously the serial killer room was, and the stuff with Harrison. This would be great of like, hey, because then it just makes it even bigger. Even then it'd be cool if like if they are for season 3, imagine season 1 you lay the groundwork, season 2 he's still around but you like just find out, then season 3 is like the the big showdown. Like that'd be so great if you had like a multiple arc big bad of Dexter, and like then you could really make it that this person has Dexter's number because Dexter can't catch this person, right? Where every season they say that, but then what? At the end of the finale, Dexter's got them on their table, and Dexter's the fucking man, right? Like, what if there's a situation where no, he can't get the Ripper because he can't figure out who it is, you know? So that's my ultimate hope, is that it's an actor we don't know, and they're saving it for next season, because I just worry the Prater option is just because that's how you could wrap it up really quickly, right? Is you knock off Prater, New York Ripper all in one go.
How would you feel if the cliffhanger or setup villain for next season is actually Blessing? Dexter.
And he was Ripper though.
Yeah, why not?
If it is what I would like it to, you know, Tay will be fuzzy on this, but I'd like them to do the same way that they did with the Brian Ice Truck Killer reveal, where they revealed it to us as the audience, but Dexter didn't find out for another 3 to 4 episodes. I think that'd be very fun next season. Then, like, I'm iffy on Blessing, but it'd be fun to us as the viewers know Blessing's the guy. But Dexter does it. You could get a cool moment. Think about this shot where Dexter's putting away his blood slide in his room, and the camera pans up through the floor, and it's him also putting away his trophies or something like that. Like these serial killers living. Even then, even making the Blessing doesn't even know Dexter's a killer, right? Like that'd be fun as us as the viewers to know that they're both killers and they don't know it yet. Like there is some fun there. I just don't really like that because I'm fine with Blessing just being the new Batista, like he's a good guy, stuff like that. But if it is Blessing, then I want them to tell us for a little bit, because that was the fun thing. Like you remember the road trip episode, Dexter or Kirkland, when Dexter's helping Rita pack this house, and he opens the door and Brian's like, Dexter, I've been waiting a long time, and he hugs him, and Dexter's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like he's like hugging me, he's like, but it was us so great. We know that Brian's like, he just couldn't wait to meet this guy. So that's what I would like them to do, a variation of, like I said. But it'd be fun for us to know that Blessing's the killer and Dexter doesn't. But I still don't know if I want Blessing, you know.
Maybe Blessing killed his mom.
Dexter's mom?
No, Blessing killed his mom. His own mom.
I'm like, they're
Yes,
gonna
Blessing-
pan out,
Blessing
and he
was
also had a
in that
chainsaw.
storage container. Yeah. There's a fourth man.
That's how Batista and him work together, you know.
If the Ripper had so many victims too, I mean, you could do a full side project of just Blessing. It could be,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, Blessing from the world of Dexter.
Trinity's getting a show, right? So, and they almost did one with her, for Harrison. So, yeah. Well, there goes, ladies and gentlemen. We will find out. Watch, it'll just be some fucking random dude that Dexter just kills very easily.
Yeah.
The New York Ripper. That's what
It's like Red Scott's brother.
Yes,
Just like-
that's what I worry, and that's why I don't want to get too excited, because I feel like just like the Gemini thing, I'm talking myself into being excited, and then it's just going to be, yeah, they caught the Ripper, they couldn't charge him, and Dexter's like, well, it's time for me to do my own ripping, and then they put him on the table, that's it, and Batista sees it, and that's how he gets him. I don't know, but we'll be back next week, episode 8, and I promise you, it won't be boring.
Bye-bye.